Okay.
Yeah, you can start now.
Okay. What is the use of data raptor? Hello, Nazia, are you able to hear me?
Yeah. We are able to hear you.
Okay. Your question is what is the use of data raptor? Correct?
Yes,
Hello.
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
Actually, a data raptor is a powerful tool we actually use in a Omni Studio for this, and Salesforce data without writing Apex code. It helps reading, writing, and updating or transferring data. Or do you want me to write the message in the chat box?
No. You can say it orally only.
Okay. And they, I can see. I just want to say there is a different types of data raptors. Okay, like data raptor extract, load, transform, and turbo extract, and each one is and all the one is used for different purposes. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah. Next, I have shared with the question. Next question.
Okay. What is the use of integration process? IP. Okay. Now the IP is a uh, uh, you want to know about the IP in Salesforce, or you want to know about the IT only?
In the Salesforce.
Okay, the IP is the integration process procedure actually. Okay, in Omni Studio we have a logic and process large amount of data in multiple sources, right? And all without writing Apex codes, and we have to use the Apex codes. It's uh, mainly used for multiple steps like calling data raptor and external IPs and using conditional logic, right? And mainly we use for transferring data. Am I right? Hello, Nazia, Nazia Khanam.
Yeah. Go ahead. You have a next questions. Just check the chat box and answer them.
Okay. The next question is, can HTTP action be called from Omni script? Why do we prefer calling it from a separate IP? Correct? Hello?
Yeah. We are listening it. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see the questions. Can HTTP action be called from OmniScript? Okay, action can be yes. And why do we prefer calling it from the separate IP? Because we are transferring data with it, right? So different IP is work for different procedures and different flows, right? So as we are using with HTTP, the the thing is HTTP action is used for call external only, right? External systems. And IP from a script without writing Apex code, and there is a third party system, right? The and one more, it supports all HTTP methods like get, post, put, delete, and we can pass input, right? In parameters, headers, and body contents if it is required. And it allows seamless real-time integration and with integration with OmniScript. And we need to send the data. Okay, next question I received that what is the use of HTTP action? What is the use of HTTP action in Omni Studio? Okay. Actually in real time, we are using this HTTP action fits into the studio with the tools like uh, Studio is used when connection with when we connect when we want the Salesforce, right? When we want the Salesforce external system or a IP API without writing Apex code. And same it as like it, we have to use the get, post, put, and delete. Okay, and this is helpful for helpful, or we want to perform the operation like getting real-time information in another system, or sending Salesforce data and external services for processing. And also it works inside the tools of OmniScript or integration procedure. Okay, if you want the example, I can give you the example. If we build the insurance application process with the OmniScript, we have to verify the customer details with third party service, and a HTTP action and send customer ID external system, and we have to receive the verification result. The result can be displayed on the OmniScript screen or stored in Salesforce dashboard. Okay. Okay. What are the ways to handle HTTP errors? Okay, that is great question. Uh, if you want to handle the HTTP errors in OmniScript, we have to check all the applications or what other systems are doing with Apex, and meanwhile, we have to follow the format. And the thing is, HTTP. Okay, and we can when we can able to see the errors, we have to see 404. Okay, for on the screen in blue color that shows 404 not found. Okay, or 500 external server error, like server timeout. This type of errors we can able to see. Okay, when handling HTTP errors. To make sure the setup is correct, we have to check endpoint URL, methods, headers, and request body. Okay, so we need to ensure those are properly configured. Can we call one integration process from another IP? Why would we do that? Can we call one integration process from another IP? Yes. Why do we do that? Because we are doing this because one IP address is already in error. So we have to do the process with another IP. Okay. And okay. And we use the special elements to do the data raptor and integration process action while we want to do the procedure with intelligence integration, like we the action lets us call another existing IP, just like a function. The child IP is run its logic, and run data is the main IP. And this is useful when we want to reuse the logic, reuse to the same data that's already built, like fetching data, updating records, or processing inputs. Okay. Can a child IP be called multiple times? Okay. The child IP, I have some information about this. For child IP, mhm. Okay, okay, child IP, it means the multiple actions in an IP, right? In multiple actions, we have to use this child integration process. And we do this when we want to keep the logic modular and reusable, instead of writing the same logical multiple times in the parent IP. And we just call as the same child IP repeatedly with different parameters. This improves the structure, make dubbing errors, and keep the code clean. And meanwhile, especially inside loops, as it impact performance, if the volume data is large, we should optimize the logic or use bulk process when possible. Okay, can we call an the integration procedure is multiplied inside the IP is integration processor from Lightning apps. Okay, in Lightning apps, we are doing just LWC, we call as LWC for Lightning Web Components, and uh, the by Lightning app web app is using for exposing the IP or as REST endpoint. Okay, in Omni Studio, we need to we create a configure or integration process that is IP, and we can check the box called expose as a REST service. Okay, and from the LWC Lightning services, we use JavaScript, fetch, Apex, called out method, or hit the URL. And the integration process handles all the backend logic also, like calling data wrapper, uh, applying conditions, or even calling external systems. And that is light code. Code is very light in weight and reusable and easier to manage. It also helps us to follow Salesforce low code approach while still achieving powerful custom UI experience. How do you? Okay, as the what is the Salesforce flow? Is a flow action or a pack action, and we are given is an endpoint URL inside the flow. We can either use the Apex class to make an HTTP call out or that IP, or we can use name credentials and HTTP call out. If supported in the organization, it allows the flow to send the inputs to the IP and receive the output. Okay, I have an enrollment from that, collects information and send to the third party. The third party gives a response, and we need to store the details already. Yes. As you said, the third party is can able to handle uh, and how do we handle the third party information and store the data. Yes, we can, yeah, take the responses from third party by Salesforce application handled by Copado. In Copado, we are having a option for third party. So, like, okay, as a collection, as you have asked for the third party API, we usually call the system called HTTP action inside the integration process. And the response is typically JSON format and contains list of objects like multiple customers or records or transactions details. Okay, interaction integration procedure logic to capture the response using the HTTP action, and we need to loop through that collection. Okay, I use a loop block in the integration process procedure and process each record individually. Once the data is ready, we have to use that data wrapper load to insert or update the record into the Salesforce. In some cases, if the volume is high, we may batch the data and insert it into the chunks to improve performance. We also add handling like checking the missing fields, duplicate entries, or before inserting the data. It ensures we do not overload Salesforce and keep the integration smooth and reliable for the customer, for the
Okay,
organization.
fine. Okay, fine, Fatima. You are done with an interview. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining them in. Our team will get back to you and give you the